Hi everybody, Jake here. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today I wanted to talk about some Cleveland Browns mock draft stuff, 2025 draft stuff. There is more steam than ever around the Browns taking a quarterback at this second overall pick. So I wanted to provide you guys with some mock drafts, kind of what my thoughts would be if the Browns were to take a quarterback at number 2, whether that be Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. And I just wanted to update my mock draft a little bit from the Senior Bowl and the Shrine Bowl that had happened. I had given my full built big board, and then I did a couple mock drafts that did pretty well on this channel a couple weeks back. But I just wanted to give an updated mock draft today. And in this case, we will be taking quarterback. We'll be taking one of Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. It seems like in the media, Shedeur Sanders is the guy for the Browns as of now. But we will see what happens. But let's do a couple of these. We'll probably do like two or three mock drafts, depending. I'm gonna put this on slow because I really want you guys to see what I'm thinking through this. So we'll just see. We'll just see how long this takes. So we'll see who Tennessee goes with. So they go Cam Ward. This feels right, and we probably won't accept a trade off the beginning, even though I would probably be all over this. I don't know how realistic this would be for Las Vegas, but I would be all over that if we wanted to trade back. So let's take Shedeur here at 2, and then we will wait for pick 33 to come around. I'll clear these ads for you guys if I can. Cam Ward going first and Shedeur 2. Seems right. It seems like Tennessee has really rallied around taking quarterback, taking Cam Ward. They seem like they really like him. And Shedeur seems like the guy for the Browns at the moment. At least that's what has spiraled in the media and Browns media. So this is interesting from the Cowboys. Drop back 11 spots, pick up a third round pick. I like that a lot. And this actually just makes way more sense, doesn't it? You don't have to drop back as far, and you get an earlier third round pick. This and the guys on the board here, Colston Loveland. I think you just have better tight end talent in the back end here. Kenneth Grant, it was one of the guys on my big board, but again, I think you can find defensive line talent later on here with guys like Tyleik Williams. So I think I'm going to go ahead and accept this trade. Not there. That'll be here from the New Orleans Saints. We'll do this. And Gray Zabel. I also didn't get Gray Zabel. I was thinking it, I just didn't say it. Gray Zabel probably would have been my pick there. He's my favorite prospect in this draft. If you can't get him there, I think I would definitely trade it back. So we'll see. Kenneth Grant goes. So in this case, I think offensive line would be the pick for me. Savainaya is there. You guys know I love Ursary, Savainaya, Gray Zabel, and Donovan Jackson is also here. In this case, let's take Savainaya. I like to run stuff a little more. Put him at left tackle. Mock Draft Database doesn't love that pick too much, but you get your offensive lineman that you want for the future, and you feel okay about that. 67 and 71. I like that we picked up another asset there for the third round. JTT is still there. Wow, he goes late. So not really interested in something like this. No. Now drop back 2 spots to pick up a fourth round pick. I do just want to be sure that I get my guy though in Harold Fannin. So maybe this is foolish, but I want to get the guy that I'm seeing right there. So we will decline that. And then you got guys like Marcus Embo here, who I like. Harold Fannin, I love in this draft, you guys know. And then Quinshon Judkins running back there. But even like Quinshon Judkins, I think there's better talent, or at least better value in the back end of the draft here. So we will take Harold Fannin with this pick. I love Harold Fannin, pairing him with David Njoku on that line. Oh, the playmaking would be ridiculous. Get a fourth round pick from Indy. Not really interested in this. Drop back 1 pick to get a 6, but I don't think I need an additional 6 round pick because I already have so many. So Savainaya is a left tackle. Embo is also a left tackle, but I think Savainaya had some experience elsewhere. Elijah Arroyo had an excellent couple days at the Senior Bowl. He has shot up boards, but We already got Harold Fannin. I think in this case, Caleb Johnson feels like the right pick. I think I'm going to hold off on another offensive lineman. Caleb Johnson would be your bell cow going forward if you're the Browns and you feel good about that. Later guys, Josiah Stewart, Tate Ratledge, I'm not really interested in here. So I think let's take Caleb Johnson in this spot, if I can find him, and we feel good about that. So you get your running back. I would even be interested in getting another running back at the back end here if you can. Gunnar Helm goes. Okay. If I could get an edge rusher here next, like Kyle Kennard. If I can get... And Josiah Stewart's here. Just which one do you like more? Oh, man. I'm a big Kyle Kennard fan. That team up north, though. They do produce some good defensive linemen. I'm going to stick with my guns here. We're going to take Kyle Kennard here. I want to get my hands on an edge rusher here. And then I think guys like if I want a safety here, you can get guys like, where'd he go? Kevin Winston a little bit later on. Yeah. So let's go ahead. Let's take Kyle Kennard here. Feel good about that. We get our edge rusher. And let's see here. So, no, I'm not interested in that. See, I could get an additional fourth, though. Again, trade with New Orleans. Does that make a lot of sense for New Orleans? I think I will do this. Pick up 111 and 130. I don't really need the 6th, but maybe we can use that to trade up if we really, really like somebody. Kevin Winston goes. That's unfortunate. Okay, and then we don't need to do any of that stuff. So, let's see, Scatabo. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of stuck in an in-between here. I like Jordan Burch a lot here in this spot, too. And then you also have guys like Dylan Sampson, but I feel like Dylan Sampson's role is going to be an every down back, similar to Caleb Johnson. And I feel like with a guy like Scatabo, that doesn't have to be his role. He can catch it out of the backfield. I like the fit with Scatabo, too, if you're the Browns. I also like Chris Paul Jr. in this spot. You can get a linebacker here. Can you wait a little bit on linebacker? Why don't we do Scatabo in this spot just for the fit? I love the fit with Scatabo on the Browns. Oh my God, the Browns fans are going to absolutely love Scatabo. So let's go ahead and do this. Revamp some of this backfield for the Browns. Caleb Johnson Scatabo is nasty. Okay. I might want to trade up with like LA here because I really want to get Chris Paul Jr. here if I can. So why don't we go ahead and let's talk to LA. Because I have a bunch of 6ths that I don't want to use either. So we'll trade up 4 spots. And what if I throw in a 6th? Gets it done. So that's great. Okay. We'll do that. And then now I get the guy I want in Chris Paul Jr. Just decline those. Make sure there's no one else that I'm missing here. Fairchild is there. Torrey Horton. I'm a big Torrey Horton guy. I would also be interested in that if I could too, because I don't have a pick for a while. You could bring in a playmaking receiver. I don't want to just copy my other mock drafts, but there is guys that I really, really like for the Browns here. We'll see when Torrey Horton gets... He just went. Okay. Well, I guess we wait then. Because I don't know that there's totally anybody that I'm in love with to go up and get. Jay Higgins I like at linebacker a lot. Cornelius is there too. Maybe we go for that too. No, okay, he'll make it to us. Cornelius falls to you here. I think that's the pick. You focus on revamping a lot of this offensive line. I think that makes a lot of sense for the Browns in this spot. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Kobe Bryant's there. Jay Higgins is there. How soon is our next pick? 165 to 181. So, but they're so close. I think I'm going to, because I want to be sure I get an additional offensive lineman here. So we'll take Cornelius in this spot. And I just want to be aggressive in revamping this linebacker crew. So why don't we talk to Seattle here and see with Seattle if we can move up to 173. I'll offer you 181. And what if I give you a 6 later on? Perfect. And I'll even, no, we'll just do that because that's realistic enough that I'm okay with doing that. Didn't I just do this with you? What the heck is that about? That was goofy. And you get Jay Higgins here. I feel good about that if you're the Browns. In this case, you get Shador, you get your offensive lineman, you get your tight end of the future. So you get 2 running backs to pair with Nick Chubb whenever he comes back. You get an edge rusher and Kyle Kennard that you feel good about. And then Chris Paul Jr., Cornelius, Jay Higgins in the back end. I feel really, really good about this mock so far. So you're not really going to be interested in like Riley Leonard or anything. You already got your guy. CJ West, I really like also. Defensive lineman. He had a great Senior Bowl. Jordan James is still there. Cody Simon. God, you just have such good linebackers. And even like Lander Barton, I also like here. Do you want to take 3 linebackers? Probably not. Miles Frazier is also here. You can just go really offensive line heavy. I think the pick here is CJ West. You can focus on some D tackle in this spot. You're addressing issues. You're kind of addressing everything in this draft. So we'll take CJ West here. Mock Draft Database really like that pick. Miles Frazier goes. That's who I wanted. All right, and then later here, like if Cody Simon's there, I'm not even opposed to taking that. Seth McLaughlin's here. I actually feel like Seth McLaughlin's a really good pick here. Nick Nash, Triple Crown guy. Jake Majors, center from Texas. What are we thinking here? God, the linebackers are so good in this back end. I think I want to go offensive line here. And I think I am going to take Seth McLaughlin. Dude, he was so good before he went down at Ohio State. I think it's worth a shot to take him, and you can just be really aggressive in addressing this offensive line. Let's take Seth McLaughlin here. And then we got 2 more picks just to mess around with. Do I even want to trade those picks to get back? Oh, no. I'm already close. Never mind. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this. I could even get off a pick if I wanted to. Cody Simon is right there. I mean, go Bucks, right? Nick Nash is there. I guess I could try. Why don't we take a receiver here? Wouldn't this just be so on brand for the Browns just to take a receiver this late? Let's take Nick Nash in this spot. Just see. Triple Crown winner, San Jose State guy. You can give it a try. See what you got. Cody Simon goes, and then this last pick will just kind of be a shot in the dark here. See what we got. I guess I would feel good about this. I don't know that the Browns necessarily need to draft this many players because this is kind of a lot of players, but you didn't have a good team this year, and you need to bring in some younger guys. If the Browns brought in all these guys, I wouldn't be mad about it. You didn't have a good team. You need to revamp it. You need to start over. Let's go, bro. Where are we at? 257. We're getting there. And let's see here. Tyler Cooper from Minnesota. I guess it doesn't necessarily. I shouldn't think too hard about this. Jabbar Muhammad's there. Let's take a cornerback out of Oregon. Give this a try. See what this looks like. And I will go through this draft one more time. Shedeur Sanders, obviously, at 2. You get your quarterback of the future. You get your left tackle of the future in Savai Inaya. You expect to go back to more of this heavy run stuff that the Browns have been doing. You get Harold Fannin. You feel great about that. Caleb Johnson. You get your new bell cow back. Edge rusher and Kyle Kennard with the possible trade with Myles Garrett. You can get a replacement there. Scattaboo, you get a third down back. A guy to pair with Caleb Johnson, and then whenever you bring Nick Chubb back, have a really good backfield there. Chris Paul Jr., sideline to sideline speed, he's just so fast. Cornelius, then you're addressing this offensive line pretty aggressively. Jay Higgins at linebacker. CJ West, you address some of your defensive line concern. And then Seth McLaughlin, Nick Nash, and Jabbar Muhammad. Seth McLaughlin was really, really good at Ohio State all year. Nick Nash, Triple Crown guy, like I said. And then you get Jabbar Muhammad late in the draft here. So there is our Shedeur Sanders draft. Let's see about doing one more. Ideally, this next draft, if we could get like a Cam Ward draft, I would feel good about doing 2 drafts for you guys. Perfect. So Shedeur goes first in this one. God, I would be all over this if I traded back, but I want to make sure we get our guy. So Shedeur was our pick in the first mock draft we did, so this one we will do Cam Ward. And then we will wait until pick 33 comes around. Abdul Carter falls to 9. Oh my God, Travis Hunter went at 10. That is nuts. And Genty is still there too. Crazy. Genty goes to Tampa. Wow. Membu is still there. Let's see. Walter Nolan goes. Okay. So this would be great for 2026 picks, but I'm not really interested in that, and I will not be trading with the Steelers ever. So Siobhan Revel's there. Campbell's there. Donovan Jackson's there. Ursery is there. And then there's my guy, Gray Zabel. I'm not even going to think twice about this. I'm going to take Gray Zabel in this spot. He had a huge Senior Bowl. Gray Zabel at one point, and Mock Draft Database does a good job with this, they updated him. He was like, I don't even know if he was a top 100 prospect at one time, especially when I did my mock draft video. I don't even know if Gray Zabel was a top 100 prospect. All the way up to 39 now, and he might be a first-round pick. I'm going to take him here with the first pick in the second round. Gray Zabel is my guy. He's my favorite prospect in this draft. I've said it 100 times. The dude can play all over the line. You want him at center, you want him at left tackle, you want him at right tackle, you want him at guard, wherever it is. The Browns get a steal with Gray Zabel here. Do I feel good about doing it taking him in the second round? No. You just got better value with him, but he's a great player. So you get Gray Zabel here. I feel excellent about that. And it actually cleans up a lot of your concerns with other offensive linemen. I had to take 3 offensive linemen in the last draft, but Gray Zabel covers up a lot of those issues. So I'm not really interested in any of these. Harold Fannin's there, but we'll switch it up this time. I won't go Harold Fannin here. Xavier Watts is exciting. Elijah Arroyo. That might be fun. You know what? Let's do that. Let's go ahead in this spot. We won't take Harold Fannin here. That would still be awesome if Harold Fannin fell here. But let's switch it up just because we got Cam Ward. Let's pair him with his teammate, Elijah Arroyo. He also had a great Senior Bowl. Let's go ahead and take Elijah Arroyo in this spot. I think you still have value in the back end here. We'll take Arroyo here. He's another one that I don't even know if he was a top 100 prospect at one point, but now he is shot up draft boards. So take Arroyo here. Show that he can block well, too. I mean, come on. Cam Ward, Zabel, and Arroyo. And then you get Josiah Stewart here. Wow. Jack Beck. I think he got the MVP at the Senior Bowl too. Kevin Winston's here, Scadaboo's here, Gunnar Helm. I think we can wait on all of these guys. Josiah Stewart feels like the pick here. You address edge rusher. Kyle Kennard is also here, though, who I feel really good about. I think we'll switch it up this time. I won't go Kyle Kennard this time, and somebody I know is screaming at me to take Josiah Stewart, so we will take Josiah Stewart at 94. You address edge rusher there. And then I would almost be interested in offensive line again. Not really interested in this. Barrett Carter's here, Scadaboo's here. But in this case, do you probably need to go running back or safety? Anthony Belton's there, though. I like Anthony Belton a lot. Do I want to address offensive line? Do I just want to go heavy offensive line? What running backs do we have on the board? Scadaboo, Devin Neal's there, Jordan James is there. If I want a really good running back, I feel like I need to take one now with Devin Neal and Scadaboo. I already got my edge. Safety. What safeties do we have left? Lathan Ransom I can get a little bit later on, and Sebastian Castro, Malachi Moore. I guess I'll wait on safety in this case. We'll prioritize that later. No. I'm taking Belton. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. It would have ate at me if I wouldn't have picked him there. You address offensive line very aggressively. Pair Gray Zabel with Anthony Belton. You can move Gray Zabel around. Oh, that's a lethal offensive line. Don't be mad at me. Because I can still get a running back later on. Let's see what running backs are available here for me. RJ Harvey and Devin Neal are both there. Jordan James is there. Do I want to see about trading up here? What pick are we on? 124. I don't know if I could trade up this far, though, especially with just the 6-round picks that I got. So maybe we wait just a little bit here. I know somebody's mad at me in the comment section for that. Now, I'm going to look to trade up with Carolina because I want to make sure I get a running back and I want to make sure I get Devin Neal. Or actually, I'll take RJ Harvey in this spot if I can get him. So let's talk with Carolina. That is not Carolina. And what if I throw you... Will a 7 get it done? No. How about I throw you 2 6s and a 7? Gets it done. Okay. We'll do this. We'll jump up and we make sure we get the running back that we like in this spot. Miami wants to... I don't want that. Not interested in 7th round picks. We'll take RJ Harvey. There. You get your running back. I feel all right about that. Malachi Moore is still there. Lander Barton. Let's see. I'm not interested in getting an additional 7. Not interested in getting an additional 7. So what have I addressed? I've addressed quarterback, offensive line, tight end, edge, offensive tackle, and running back. So I want to get safety. Malachi Moore I'd feel good about. Malachi Moore feels like the pick here. Lander Barton's also pretty good out of Utah. I really like him too at linebacker. But I want to be safe. I want to get Malachi Moore. I want to get a guy I like here. Let's take Malachi Moore. You address safety. You can pair him with Grant Delpit. Feel good about that. Oh, Lander Barton goes the pick before me. We've kind of got shafted in this one, haven't we? 216, 217 for 194, and then I get a 6 next year too? For real? Is this a spot where you need to take like Jordan James? Yeah, I kind of don't want to trade. I guess I won't do that with Carolina because I want to get another running back, and I feel good about Jordan James in this spot. You get 2 running backs, and then now nobody can be mad at me. So let's do that. Not interested in a guy like Trevor Etienne, though. Let's do Jordan James. in this spot. Feel good about that. And then 202, we can take a shot on somebody here. Nick Nash is there again. Mitchell Evans, like him. Is there anybody I'm really about later on in this draft? Not particularly. Nazir Stackhouse, but that's really late. And I don't really need offensive line anymore. So maybe we just take like Nick Nash again, similarly to last draft. You just take a shot on a guy, the Triple Crown. Yeah, that feels like the pick here. I'm not really interested in another running back at all. I feel good about the ones I got in this spot. So yeah, I guess let's take Nick Nash in this spot. Feel decently about that. All right, let's talk about it. So the Browns in this case go Cam Ward. They get Gray Zabel at 33. They address some of this offensive line concern going into next year with players getting older, out of their primes. Gray Zabel, I feel like, is a huge cover for a lot of this because you can put him at guard, you can put him at tackle, you can put him at center, you can kind of throw him wherever you need him. So you feel really good about Gray Zabel there. Elijah Arroyo, like I said, he's shot up boards since the Senior Bowl. You pair him with his teammate in Cam Ward. Would love that. And then you get like Josiah Stewart out of the state up north, team up north. You get your edge rusher, and then you address offensive line pretty aggressively with Anthony Belton. You get R.J. Harvey and Jordan James both to pair with Nick Chubb. Feel pretty good about that. And then you get a solid safety in Malachi Moore, and then you take a shot on a guy like Nick Nash, see what he's got. So we won't end it at that. We won't do any more, but those were a couple mock drafts for you guys. Like I said, we've just picked up so much steam with taking quarterback at 2. I'm not saying that I necessarily agree with it, but so much steam has been picked up about quarterback. Those are some of my mock drafts for if the Browns go quarterback, kind of what I'd be thinking. Less trade heavy in this case than my other mock drafts, but go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Go Brownies, baby.